While international focus has predominantly been on developments in eastern Ukraine and incursions into Russia's Kursk region, significant military actions in southern Crimea are at risk of being overlooked. In 2024, Ukraine achieved critical strategic successes in and around Crimea, territory currently occupied by Russia, that played a pivotal role in determining the war's outcome. Since the onset of the year, Ukraine has targeted over a dozen key military installations on the peninsula, substantially influencing Russia's military operations in Crimea and southern Ukraine. These targets have included Russian air bases, radar systems, and communication hubs, along with the destruction of several strategic air defense systems. In addition to disrupting Russia's air capabilities and communication networks, Ukraine has initiated a naval offensive against the Black Sea Fleet. Despite skepticism regarding Kiev's ability to dominate the maritime domain, Ukraine has effectively employed a combination of drones and missiles, incapacitating approximately one-third of the Russian fleet and compelling the Kremlin to withdraw most of its remaining warships. In light of these substantial losses, Russia has reportedly redirected some of its air defenses from northwestern Crimea to secure the Crimean Bridge, thereby exposing other regions of the peninsula to increased vulnerability. Efforts to disrupt Russia's supply lines have been integral to the military engagement with Moscow's occupation. Since the onset of the invasion a decade ago, Russia has progressively bolstered its military presence in Crimea, transforming the peninsula into a critical logistics center for the full-scale invasion launched in 2022. Notwithstanding Moscow's expansion of the rail network from Russia to the occupied territories, Crimea remains strategically significant. Ukrainian forces have concentrated their efforts on sabotaging ferries transporting military resources from Russia to the peninsula, aiming to compromise the Russian military's supply chain. Throughout the spring and summer of 2024, Ukraine conducted intensive strikes on ferries in Crimea and the Krasnodar region, disrupting essential supply lines and compelling Russia to pursue alternative routes amid a complex operational landscape. Ukraine's campaign to reclaim Crimea has been supported by advanced Western weaponry, including ATACMS and cruise missiles sourced from the UK and France. Although Crimea is internationally recognized as Ukrainian territory, President Volodymyr Zelensky has acknowledged certain constraints regarding the deployment of Western weaponry in the region. The consistent attacks on Crimea have positioned Russia in a challenging predicament, as the 2014 annexation of the peninsula was regarded as one of Vladimir Putin's most significant military accomplishments. The inability to secure Crimea now represents a setback to his reputation and standing. While Moscow maintains that there is no unrest on the peninsula and continues to promote Crimea as a safe destination for tourism, Ukraine's intensified offensive necessitates a recalibration of the Kremlin's military strategy, revealing the inherent fragility of its control over the region. The Russia-Ukraine conflict began in 2014 with Russia's annexation of Crimea. Military analysts contend that the war will only conclusively end with the complete liberation of the peninsula from Russian control. Although it remains premature to forecast future developments, the withdrawal of the Black Sea Fleet, disruption of logistics, and the erosion of defense capabilities have considerably diminished Russia's hold on Crimea compared to 2 years ago.